Hey, in today's video, I want to see if a pellet adapter is going to work with my Solo stove so I can use wood pellets in here instead of just using biofuel that you find on the side of the road or something. Something you might be able to put in your kit beforehand and use. However, I do think that some kind of accelerant is going to be needed to get the wood chips or wood pellets burning. They're not going to flame on their own, so you got to find something. Bacardi 151, Everclear, rubbing alcohol, lighter fluid. There's all different options out there. Do they still make Bacardi 151? I know I keep some on hand for emergencies. You never know when you're going to have a party and need to have some kind of cocktail, like a Molotov cocktail. But let's go inside and actually outside and see how this works. Gonna mess around with my grill and see how this thing burns on the Solo stove. All right, so today I want to see if the Solo stove I have with a nesting cup will end up working with wood pellets and everything. So let me get this stuff set up and let's see what happens. All right, so I have a nesting cup for the Solo stove. Have just over 15 ounces, about 16 ounces of water in here. Goes up to 30. You can actually do more than 30, but first burn I want to try and do 15 ounces. The Solo stove has grates in it, so they're just going to fall through. With using the wood chips or pellets, this piece right here is an additional accessory you can get, and we're going to see if this will help burn the wood pellets and everything. So let's get this stuff started. Using about 3/4 of a cup of pellets. It's just below the circular hole lines that help give it ventilation and everything. Gonna get this set up, see if we can get it to boil. If this right here boils, then we'll try and do 30 ounces and see if it'll boil, because having pellets being able to burn in this could make it kind of handy as a little thing to take to the beach or a winter kit or a vehicle kit where you may not have wood and stuff easily available. Be good for a morning coffee on the beach or somewhere else if you don't have like wood to scrounge up and everything. It can all be ready and set up. Debated about using a little bit of rubbing alcohol to start it, but instead I'm just going to use a little bit of lighter fluid that I use for charcoals and stuff. See if we can get it to light. Got a little bit of a flame going there. We'll let it build up a bit, and then we'll see how long it takes to do it. I'll probably end up fast forwarding this a bit, but we'll see how it goes. Almost got it to a boil. Hot enough to drink. I don't know if you purify water with it, but the pellets are basically burned out and it's smoking, which the Solo stove normally is pretty good about not smoking, but with the pellets so far, I don't know. Let's mess with this a little bit more. And smoking quite a bit. There's still a bunch of pellets in it that haven't burned, but it's basically kind of just smoking a bit. I don't know. I'm going to try and do 30 ounces of water here in a bit, but we'll see. All right, let's take a look at what these pellets are like. Looks like a lot of them haven't burned. For whatever reason, it didn't flame up that well. I'll add some more pellets and give it a second try, see if we can do better. Maybe a little bit more lighter fluid being used. With using the pellets, one thing I do notice is the bottom doesn't get as hot. So probably good if you rest it on something, you just want to heat up some water. It's good for that, but I'm going to try and add a little bit more lighter fluid and a little less pellets. Probably going to go just a little under the 3/4, and these have been treated with a little bit of lighter fluid, so I want to see if maybe this will give a better burn and everything, and see if we can get this higher amount, 30 ounces of water, to maybe come closer to a boil and get more burn out of the pellets. Looks like we got a little bit better flame going there now. Water's up to the 30-ounce area. Right now, initially, it's just going to be the lighter fluid. Hopefully, it's going to catch the pellets on fire, and we'll see how it does. Looks like this one worked out a little bit better. I guess soaking the pellets in a little bit of lighter fluid, mixing them up a little bit, helps out a lot with the flames from what I can see so far. See how long this burns. We're at about 10 minutes now and it's burning pretty good. Still got a bit of flame left and everything. And there we have our rolling boil that we want to get if we need to take water and make it purified more, make it drinkable or palatable, but so far it's looking good. All right, the fire's going out. It gave us almost 18 minutes, like 17 minutes, 30 plus seconds of burn time. Not bad. We used a little bit less and we got a little bit more out of it. Interesting. That lighter fluid definitely helped out. All right, so we ended up using a little less pellets and a little bit more lighter fluid type stuff. Still burning pretty good. It's a lot hotter. I can definitely feel it. Huh. Empty in there. Turn the light on. And most of it basically burned itself out, so apparently using more isn't always a good thing. I'm going to try a little bit of alcohol and a little less of the pellets, and we'll see what we get from that. All right, this will be the third and final one. I'm using a little bit less pellets. I'm going to use a little bit of the 91% rubbing alcohol. Put a little bit in there. Let it get mixed up and soak for a little bit, and then we'll dump it in and see how it does. All right, that's about the 10-minute mark. So I guess if you use less of the pellets and more of the igniter, I guess it helps kind of let it burn better. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. Maybe you learned a little bit of something, so if you go out on your own to do it, you have a little bit of a heads up. But if you're going to be using pellets and stuff, you're going to need some kind of igniter, whether it's some kind of alcohol-based igniter, be it the kind that you drink or the kind that you use for cleaning antiseptic with, or if you have some kind of lighter fluid or something, but it's going to take a little something to get the pellets started. They're not going to start on their own. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit that like button, and if you can, subscribe. Cav Cop out.